So in this video, we're going to be solving system of equation by elimination. Okay? We saw already graphing and substitution. Now we want to add or subtract the equation so I can cancel one of the variables. For that, I need to have that my coefficients are the same so we can subtract the graph, or are opposite so we can add the graph, right? So on this one, I'm going to start by multiplying one equation because right now I don't have any of my variables with the same coefficient or opposite coefficients. So that's the first thing that I'm going to check. I want to multiply the first one times 4, right? I want to multiply times 4, right? I can also multiply times 9 or then negative 4, right? So I'm going to have my equation. So the first one is that we're multiplying everything. So 4x minus 4y equals 52, right? Now I'm going to bring down this other graph down here. Right, so negative 9x minus 4y equals negative 26. Right? Now I'm going to subtract the y's. I'm going to subtract the equations. Right? That means that this is going to become positive, this is going to become positive, and this is going to become positive. So everything, because I'm subtracting, everything is going to change to the opposite. Right? So now I have my equation that, remember that we already used this, right? So I have my equation that 4x plus 9x equals 13x. Negative 4y plus 4y, that cancel out. That's the idea. We are eliminating that variable. Equals 252 plus 26 equals 78. And now I'm just going to divide by 13. So x equals 6. Now that I have x equals 6, I'm going to plug in on any of the two equations up here. I'm going to do it on the first one. So 6 minus y equals 13. So I'm plugging this 6, I'm plugging in for that x right here. And I'm going to solve that equation to find y. So minus 6 on both sides, so negative y equals 7. And now I'm just going to divide by negative 1. So this is negative 7. So my solution, this exercise is 6, negative 7. And I'm going to plug it in on this equation right here to check my work. So negative 9 times 6 minus 4 times negative 7 has to equal negative 26. So negative 54 plus 28 equals negative 26, and negative 26 equals negative 26. So that means that this is my solution. My next exercise, again, I don't have any common coefficients or any same coefficient or opposite coefficient. In this case, if I work with the y, I'm going to have to multiply both equations. I can do that, or I can check my x, right? If I multiply my second, and I'm going to multiply times negative 2, so you see another way, right, of just changing it right here instead of then subtracting. So my first equation is negative 18x plus 4y equals 26. So I'm rewriting that equation right there. Now I'm going to multiply. So negative 2 times negative 9x is 18x. 7y times negative 2 is negative 14y. And 23 times negative 2 is negative 46. Right? Now I have my x has opposite coefficients. Right? So that means that I'm going to add my equation. I'm going to add my equation. I cancel out the x. 4y plus negative 14x is negative 10y. And 26 minus 46 is negative 26. So I'm just going to divide by 10, or sorry, negative 20. I'm going to divide by 10. So y equals 2. Again, now I'm going to substitute that 2 in any of the equations. So I'm going to substitute on the first one. So negative 18x plus 4 times 2 equals 26. So negative x plus 8 equals 26. Minus 8, negative 18x equals 18, and negative 18x equals negative 1. So my solution is the point negative 1, 2. Let's check. So I substitute on the first equation, right, to find negative 1. So I'm going to substitute that on my second equation. So negative 9 times negative 1 plus 7 times 2 equals 23. So 9 plus 14. So 23 equals 23. So that means that this is my solution. The next one, again, I'm going to multiply times 2 my second equation, right? So 14x plus 6y equals 10. So negative 14x minus 20y equals 32. I'm going to add the equation. 14x cancel out. So negative 14y equals 42. Now I'm just going to divide by 14, by negative 14. So y equals negative 3. Okay, so 14x plus 6 times negative 3 equals 10. So 14x plus, or negative minus 18 equals 10 plus 18. So 14x equals 28 divided by 14x equals 2. So my solution is the 0.2, negative 3. I'm going to check my work. So negative 7 times 2 minus 10 times negative 3. So negative 14 plus 30 equals 16, and 16 equals 16. So this is my solution. Okay, so this one I'm going to multiply times 6 my second equation. So 7x plus 12y equals 28, negative 24x minus 12y equals negative 96. And I'm going to add the equations, right? So I can cancel out the 12y. So negative 17x equals negative 68, and negative 17, negative 17, x equals 4. Now I'm going to plug it back in. Now I'm going to do it on my first equation. So 7 times 4 plus 2y equals 28. So 28 plus 12y equals 28, and minus 28. That means that 12y equals 0. So divided by 12, y equals 0. So my solution is 4, 0. Let's check the solution. So negative 4 times 4 minus 2 times 0 equals negative 16. So negative 16 minus 0 equals negative 16. So negative 16. So this is my solution. The next one, I'm going to multiply times negative 2, the second equation. So 10x plus 12y equals 30. Negative 10x minus 12y equals negative 28, right? When I cancel out, it's going to be 0 equals negative 2, right? Because both of them cancel out, right? This is 0, this is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0. So because this inequality is false, that means that we have no solution. The next one. So in this case, as you can see right here, I don't have anything that I can just multiply one equation. So in this case, we're going to have to multiply both equations, right? I'm going to find my least common multiple. My least common multiple between 4 and 6. I can do the same with 8 and 20 and 10, but I want to work with 4 and 6. The y, so I can cancel out the y, is 12. So that means that I have to multiply my first equation times 3 and my second equation times 4. Right? So negative 24x plus 12y equals negative 72. And negative 40x minus, wait, I have something wrong here. Because I just need to multiply times 2 instead of 4. Just times 2. So negative 20x minus 12y equals negative 60. Add the equations, so I can cancel out that. So 44x equals negative. I'm going to substitute in any of the equations. So negative 8 times 3, and substitute in the first one, plus 4y equals negative 24. Negative 24 plus 4y equals negative 24 and plus 24. Y equals 0. Okay, so negative 10 times 3 minus 6 times 0. So negative 30 minus 0, and negative 30 equals negative 30. So my solution is 3, 0. And the next one.